There's some books that we were sent in the closet. Is it in here? Art of Mixology, no, Movers and Shakers. Here's actually rediscovered some books I gotta read. The Whispering Dead by Darcy Coates is one that I gotta read. And then I also really wanna read this. This is about the making of Natural Born Killers, which is supposed to be really, really good. I actually found this book referenced in a guy that does really good video essays on film. And so the way that he described it, I was like, I gotta read that book. So I don't see it in here, dude.
When I know we have it.
The other thing is that, like, if you look at this book, it is always in the top 100 on Amazon since it got released. It's like, the content is definitely not selling it. Is it up on the actual shelf? Oh, there's this too. I didn't even know we had this.
A sidecar named, yeah.
A sidecar named Desire? And that's like, but that's about the writers, right? Cocktails and the writers who mixed them. Oh, here we go, found it, found it. Literary Cocktails by Tim Federle. Are you there, God? It's me, Margarita. 1.5 ounces tequila, 1 ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of triple sec, 1 lime wedge. That's a margarita, dude. And the unbearable lightness of peeing? I mean, come on, dude. Seriously? Is that even serious? 3.5 ounces of pineapple juice, 1 ounce of absinthe, and a lemon wheel for garnish.
Okay, I mean, that could be interesting.
I got completely fucked for spring break this year because both my kids are in school. Both of them had spring break, but their spring breaks did not coincide. And my daughter's spring break was 2 weeks and my son's spring break was 1 week. And they were right after each other. So I had March off for a week and then Paloma off for 2. So I had a 3 week stretch of like basically like trying to entertain them. And like this year ain't nobody got no money. So it's not like we were like traveling anywhere or doing anything fun either. We were literally just trying to make sure they didn't watch TV all day, every day. It was a real mess. It was horrible. And you know what I'm gonna advertise?
All right, garnishes?
Nope, but that's a good thing to advertise. Not gonna advertise that, I'll give you 3 tries.
Well, our juicer?
No, but those are coming and people keep asking every single week.
Oh, well, that's not coming, that's broken.
Well, that one's not broken because it's metal, made of metal. No, it's not broken, it's made out of metal. It's sturdy. People keep on asking us for this and guess what? It is like almost here, guys, it's almost here. It's not quite ready to go. We do have some samples in the studio, but it's almost here. But this isn't what I was gonna talk about. What I was gonna talk about is...
Our book?
Nope, but you guys should go buy a copy of our book. What I was gonna talk about is our Patreon. Our Patreon. Now, I don't love advertising our stuff very much on Barfly, and to tell you the truth, we have advertised for companies and will continue to advertise for companies because that is how we keep this content free for you guys. But things have slowed down considerably. I am sure it has something to do with rising gas prices. I'm sure it has something to do with like the economy being the way that it is. And so we have done a couple of things. We have lowered the tier on Patreon to $5. So we wouldn't feel right about asking for people, like asking more from people because you know what? I think we're all having a tough time and things are really slow just kind of across the board right now. But if you love our content, then I highly recommend going to our Patreon and subbing at the $5 tier. And that will get you all the content, all of the content that we decide to put on there, including Barfly episodes that are ad-free. You put a post on Patreon saying like it's like ad-free plus or something?
No, it was just early access.
Oh, early access plus though. You put a little plus, yeah. A little early access plus.
Because there's gonna be some things that are exclusive.
There'll be like exclusive stuff, that's the plus, and then early access as well. Not to mention the fact that we also do quite a few different other styles of videos that we also throw up on there, but we're gonna be doing it more often, I guess.
Yeah, and the free pour stuff will also go there early.
So I just wanted to plug this just before we get into this video. If you love our content and you have learned bartending from us over the years and you appreciate us, and this is just a very easy, relatively cheap way to support the channel. We love you. Also subbing and liking on this video is also a good way to do that. But you know, so I don't know. Like, subscribe, but hit up our Patreon if you want to support the channel and you want to get some stuff that's ad-free plus exclusive things.
If you don't want to spend the $5, a few thousand of you doing the $1 also helps.
If everybody that watches this video signed up for the $1 a month and then was like, I'll do $1 a month for a year, we would
make content that should.
I would make content I would just make all the content $1 or more. Because the thing is that there are those lovely, generous people out there that will sub at $20 just because they can and they want to help the channel. And, you know, I just didn't want to price anyone out. You know what I mean? We're not trying to be greedy. Every single dollar that we make on Patreon goes right back into this channel in some way. And we are committed to making the best possible stuff ever for you guys. Oh, and then there was also the free pour. We brought that back as well. All right. What's up, guys? We have been getting weekly emails about this juicer for months and months and months and months and months, maybe even a year. And I've got really good news for you. The powder-coated gray barfly juicer is now in stock on our website, so go get them before they're gone because we've got a limited quantity. Today, we are going to be doing a couple of cocktails that are inspired by literature. So at the beginning, okay, I have a story to tell. And if you guys don't want to hear the story, then there are some links below that will take you throughout the video. We've got, you know, we got tracks laid out on our video, thanks to Marius these days. So you guys can skip this story, but I do have a little bit of a story time. I realized, to my horror, that I had lost the ability to read. Not like I can't read anymore, but that I used to be such a good reader and such an interesting, dynamic reader, and then at some point, I stopped reading books at all. And I think that probably happened when my daughter was born, because you just when you have a kid, you just don't have any time to yourself. But I think it was COVID that really put the nail in the coffin of just not reading at all and really just replacing book reading with doom scrolling. And so this year I set a 2026 reading goal for myself. And it took me a couple of months to psych myself up to do it. So in between January and March, I read 4 books. And the rules of this were that I was gonna read as many books as I could throughout the year, but I wasn't going to read more than 50 pages and I wasn't gonna read less than 10 pages every day. And the reason why is because I see all these people on BookTube. I don't know, Marius, have you ever seen BookTube videos?
No.
So there is a whole section of YouTube called BookTube, and it's just people who love books and read books and whatever. There are so many people on there that are I read 35 books in 2 months or something.
Yeah, the only one I know.
In 4 months, right?
The only part of that I've heard about is Ryan Trahan, his wife Haley. She's
oh, Haley Pham, yeah.
Yeah, she has
huge.
a whole book thing.
Yeah, she has a whole book thing and she's huge. And then also there's a couple. There's another guy called Jack Reads or something. There's a few really big kind of creators in that space, and they just, I don't know. Haley Pham wrote a book, and it really worked out for her. She's been doing YouTube since she was 11 years old.
Yeah.
And she's been doing vlogs for a long time, and a lot of it was beauty vlogs and stuff. And then it I don't know. We're going off topic here, but it obviously upgraded to this reading thing, and then she got a book deal, and then there's a whole bunch of drama and controversy surrounding her book deal on BookTube. There's always controversy and drama on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I like her though, and I actually want to read her book because even though it's a YA romance novel, which isn't really my
thing,
mm-hmm. I'm really interested to see what it is for someone who makes a living reading lots of books, who actually write one. Because that sort of happened to me with cocktails, right? I just made cocktails for so many years that a publisher came to me and I wrote a book on cocktails. It's a little bit of a different thing, but I'm also kind of in awe of anybody that actually tries to write a novel and actually does it. I think that is a hard thing to do. It's kind of an intimidating thing to do, and I applaud anyone who does it, even if their book is terrible. I don't care. I just think that it's kind of awesome that she did it. So I'd like to read that book at some point. The other rule was that I was going to read as many nonfiction books as fiction, but I was going to read a lot of fiction. And what's really funny is that statistically, men don't read fiction very much. Most men read self-help books and nonfiction, history. That's what most men read. So I was I'm going to read just as much fiction as nonfiction. So I read 4 in January and March, and then I'm on my 4th this month, which I don't even know how I did it. But I didn't want to read too many pages because I want to be able to actually retain the information. Uh-huh. And I feel anybody that's reading 8.5 books a month, they're reading 100 pages a day. How much of the information are they actually retaining? And I was I want to actually try to retain and apply some of the knowledge that I get from these books, whether they're fiction or not. And I want to enjoy the fiction and really read it. So that brought me to this video idea. This is the very long introduction to this video idea of cocktails that are inspired by literature. And then I keep on running into this one thought process that I always have, but like, well, what makes it a cocktail from literature? So there's like two different categories, right? There's cocktails that you find in literature. Those are gonna be all the cocktails we've ever done. Martinis, Manhattans, gimlets, stuff like that, right? Just like normal drinks that people have written about.
Like the Vesper.
Hemingway, yeah, Vesper, right, exactly. And then there's ones that people have created inspired by literature. That being said, it's hard to find cocktails that are inspired by books. And then like, is the content of the cocktail a reference to what's in the book, or is it just random? Like, oh, this seems like a good recipe, I'm just gonna, or is it just like a punny name like Tequila Mockingbird or Gin Eyre, because it's just, oh, this sounds good, but it, like the contents of the cocktail have nothing to do with what's in the book. It's just, I just thought of a witty name. I kind of feel like it's split, but I only found two. So we're doing two recipes. One of them actually has a little bit of history. The other one is a Gin Eyre, actually.
I thought that you were making cocktails based on the books that you've read this year.
No, I will do that, but I haven't had enough time.
We have a cocktail book that's basically all like, you know, yeah, it's all about cocktails from or named after.
What? Which book? Don't even say Tequila Mockingbird, because that book should be burned. A Farewell to Arms. First things first, we're gonna do, it says 4 drops of saline. I got 20% saline in a dasher. I'm gonna do 1 dash. Well, 2 dashes. It's a Japanese bitters dasher. So.
All the way from Japan.
All the way from actual Japan. Like literally Marius went to Japan and brought it back. So we're gonna do 3/4 an ounce of lime juice, 1/2 ounce of 2-to-1 rich simple syrup. I got this new Falernum from Avua.
Oh.
Avua. We're trying that. 3/4 an ounce of Falernum.
Red Falernum.
I know. Well, Falernum comes in many different shapes and sizes because there is no standard for how it's made, but it does smell very, very good. 1.5 ounces of Fernet-Branca. 50% of the people are gonna be like, nope, not ever going to do that. And then the other 50% of the people are going to be like, I'm going to try that. That looks amazing. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to take a little bitty mint leaf here, give it a slap, release those oils, and then just put it on top. Let's give it a taste. Whoa, pretty good. I mean, here's the thing, it's super Fernet heavy, but what's nice is that the other ingredients really take the edge, the bitter edge off of the Fernet, but you're still getting a lot of that like punchy mint. You're also getting a lot of the Falernum, that, especially the Falernum that we used, is really vibrant enough to come through, and it gives it, it enhances all of the warming spices in there. Coupled with the mint, giving it some acid, of course, and then making sure that it's like kind of tart but balanced. Obviously, the 2-to-1 simple syrup is doing the heavy lifting, making it nice and balanced, but it's not overly sweet or saccharine in any way. And then you have the mint aroma on top in a nice shaken format cocktail. It is pretty good, I gotta say. And there we have the Farewell to Arms. That is one of the books that is on my reading list as well. I just didn't want to, it's like, I don't know, I feel like Hemingway is like kind of heavy. So I just gotta, you know, right now I'm priming myself with like easy to read. I mean, I'm reading Interview with the Vampire at the moment. All right, the next cocktail that we're doing is one of those punny cocktails that I was just talking crap about. It's called a Gin Eyre, and it's literally a gin margarita with the addition of mint and some orange bitters, which I thought was actually pretty intriguing. So it's gonna be easy to make. It's a lemon-based cocktail instead of a lime-based cocktail. So it's like lemon and gin obviously go together really well. Does lemon go really good with mint though? I usually feel like mint is paired with lime more often, but lemon and lime are pretty close. The only thing is that limes have like the malic acid component, whereas lemons have a higher citric acid component. So they're a little like less tart and a little more sweet, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll make it. So we're gonna do a couple dashes of orange bitters. Just gonna do the 2 because we have this type of dasher, which is a little bigger than a Japanese dasher. My mint is wilty, but I don't need to actually make a bouquet, so I'm not gonna zhuzh it up. And I don't know if that's bad form, but I don't know that I really care either. Then we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of the 1-to-1 simple, 1/2 ounce of Cointreau or your favorite orange liqueur, depending on if you want this to be like sharp or like a little more rounded. You could do a little curacao. If you want it to be a little sharper, do like a triple sec style. I started putting liqueurs in there. Did I even put the lemon in there?
Nope.
No, didn't even put the lemon in there. And you know what, guys? I'm breaking my own rule. Do you know what the rule is, Marius? Let's see if you...
I've been trying to film the lemon like 5 times, but you always grab something else.
Right, but do you know what the rule is?
Yes, the cheapest first.
Yes, cheapest ingredients first. I'm breaking that rule right now. Even more especially important when you're doing egg white cocktails, because that's a lot easier to mess up than most other ones. So we're gonna do 1 ounce of lemon, and then we're just gonna do 2 ounces of gin. We're gonna give this a little muddle in the pants right here. Give it a light press. You don't really need to do much more than just give it a press.
It's in the bin.
Huh?
It's in the bin.
It's in the bin. Wonder how it got there, Marius.
Well, it got cleaned up.
Why did it get cleaned up?
Because some people clean.
It's not supposed to be clean, though. It's not supposed to be clean. This doesn't get dirty. All it touches is ice. Now it's dirty. Now I gotta wipe it off, and I gotta like shake it off, you know? I probably am the one that put it in there. Anyway, I was just kidding. Give me a shake. And a lot of people have been asking me why I turn to the side and shake. And it's not to show you my new thin profile, which I do have now. The reason why I turn to the side is because it's habit. When you are shaking in a bar, you don't want to be shaking like this at your customers. You want to be shaking away from them, because if this pops off or if something happens, they're either going to get a cocktail shaker in the face or a lot of cocktail all over their body. So you shake over here away from your customers. Just a little helpful advice. Let's give it a shake, and we give it a shake, and we're gonna give it a strain here. All my aeration is now gone. That doesn't look good though, I gotta say. We're gonna garnish again with a little tiny mint leaf. This is the tiny mint leaf episode. Give it a little slappy poo. And put it right on top like that. I love it. All right, let's give it a sip. Oh yes, it's like a south side. You know the difference between a south side and east side?
One has cucumber in.
It's a gimlet. One's got cucumber and mint. The other one just has mint. South side is mint, east side, cucumber, mint. This is exactly like a south side, but it has the addition of the orange, which is really nice. And you get this kind of drying effect from the Cointreau that's in there. But then what's really nice is you get a little twinge of bitter orange on the back palate from those bitters that you put in. Also has kind of a drying effect, which is kind of nice. It's bright and citrusy and minty. You get the botanicals of the gin, but then you have that little twinge of orange and that little twinge of orange bitters. I think it would make a lot of sense to take an orange, right? I think this would make a lot of sense. This isn't in the official recipe. We're kind of spitballing here. Take an orange peel and give it a little spritz on the top. And just add another layer of orange in there. Let's give it a sip now. Oh yeah. That is a wonderful drink. And the orange twist goes a long way of like enhancing that nice citrus profile, but also giving you a little complexity in there. There it is, the Gin Eyre. I gotta say, I think that this is my most proud moment. Like, I actually finally have a copy of the book that I wrote. It took me a year and a half to write this book. I'm very proud of it. So I would just implore everyone to go buy a book. The more books you buy, the better it is for me, and then I can make another book for you guys. I'm already thinking about new books, but I'm just super proud of this, and I just hope that you guys really enjoy it. So go out. There is a Genius link below this video and buy this book. I think you guys will really like it, and I worked really hard on it, and I love you guys, and you love me, and I love you, and you love me. It's a love fest over here, so pick up my book.